Come on in. Come on in. How is everyone doing? How is everyone doing? I just want to come and talk to you all. Just about getting outside, getting out really outside, not the outside of the world, outside of nature. You know how the world say we outside? No, get outside in nature, okay? Because nature is healing. Nature is it's healing, it's peaceful. You can connect with God outside in nature, you know. I know a lot of people don't really like being alone and spending time with themselves, but this is the time to start doing that. I've been on that journey for like the past 3 years. If it's, I do fellowship with, my church family and, here and there, but just constantly being around people, no, I don't like doing that anymore. Right. I like my peace. Um, I like being alone. I like spending time with myself. And I like taking myself out. I like dating myself. So just get out in nature. Nature is so peaceful and it's so beautiful. It's healing. Um, I like to people watch. So, I like being by myself. I like to people watch. So it's not a problem for me to be by myself with the animals, with the birds and the squirrels. Um, Hello, BCU 582. So get out. Yeah, get out and just enjoy nature. It's so peaceful out here. The sun is so beautiful. Um, the sun is going down. It's so beautiful and it's just peaceful. And there's a duck here. Hope he doesn't come. I had a squirrel walk up to me earlier. I wish I had some snacks. I didn't have any snacks. So he just walked up to me. You could tell people be feeding the squirrel. He just walked on up as if, do you have anything to eat? He walked on up. He pulled up on me like as they would say, the squirrel just pulled up on me and I didn't have anything to give it. So I'll know next time to bring some crackers or something out for the duckies and the fish and just out in nature. Nature is healing. I don't know about you all. Nature is healing. You get to clear your mind, right? You get to clear your mind and you get to really, you're exercising, you're walking, you get to relieve stress if you're going through anything. I just like to come out here for peace. Um, and I brought my son out here too to fish. But yeah, but get on out here. Get on out in nature. Get out, move, and get walking. We have to keep moving. You have to start somewhere. Start somewhere, right? During your movement. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Um, Start somewhere in your movement and just go. You know. Oh, thank you, Nick IC 2.0. God bless you too. But just get out in nature. Get out. Just be free. Get out. Think. Clear your mind. Get creative. Bring your notepads. I don't fish. My son fish. I used to. I haven't fished in a while. I used to love fishing, but I haven't in a while. But just get out. And I freshwater fish when I do. I don't saltwater. I've never been saltwater fishing. Maybe that's something I do for my birthday because I try to have an experience. Um, yeah, yeah, like, oh, welcome, welcome, nobody, EGT. I think you should change your name because you're not a nobody, unless you're just a troll. Unless you're just a troll. So yeah, I would change that name if I were you. Welcome, Benay Campos or Benai. Welcome. Yeah. But yeah, just get on outside. Get outside and just be, with yourself. It's okay. Some people don't like being by themselves. They always have to have the TV going or radio. I love peace and quiet now. I love my own company. When you love your own company, you become dangerous. You become dangerous because you don't mind cutting people off who tries to threaten your peace. Like I will cut anyone off. If they're not coming in peace, I will cut them off. I don't really tolerate people like I used to. I guess that comes with time when you get a little older. Like I can't tolerate people when they're not working on themselves and when they're not just coming in peace. Is always when they bring in chaos, when I can feel that negative energy and that chaotic energy, I will cut them off so quick. They wouldn't know what hit them. I would keep a guard up and they would know I got a guard up. And it won't be a secret that a guard is up. It would not be a secret. They will know that I have a wall up. And I learned that I have a cat. I have a kitten. Well, my children have a kitten. Mm, Her name is Skittles. No, I didn't trim my locks. No. Flo is still growing. She's 3 years old. Yeah, Flo is. I have it pulled back. I have a band on, so let me show a little. Um, yeah, her name is Flo. I named her. My YouTube family helped me name her a couple years ago. They helped me name Flo. You know how Tabitha Brown got Donna? I named my hair Flo. I've always wanted to do something different with my hair. Um, I just like change. I don't like doing the same thing all the time. And locks are so versatile. And I love my locks. Make me really feel chosen. Make me really feel like I'm chosen. But yeah, but I was turning this way because I didn't want to put people in my camera. I don't like to, I don't like folks to be. I don't like to record people without their permission. So when I see somebody walking by, I try to turn my camera. I don't remember to do it all the time, but I try to do it most of the time. But it's nice out. It's really nice out. But yeah, get out in nature. Nature is healing. I'm from Florida. I'm from Florida. Country girl. I'm from the country. I won't pinpoint exactly where I'm from, but this is the park. Yep. It's a huge park. I did walking. I did like an hour. I walked for like an hour. Um, Try to, walk a little bit more than 30 minutes. 'Cause usually I walk 30 minutes every other day. I'll try to do it. It depends, It depends. Mhm. Yep, it depends. What part are you from? Yeah, it all depends. Just get out and spend time with nature. Learn to. A lot of people don't like spending time by themselves. Just learn to spend time by yourself. Even if you are married, you need to have that time apart from your spouse. Not in a you trying to push away type thing, but just spending your quality time. Make sure I'm looking down. Cause snakes out here. Just make sure you spend that quality time. You need that time. You need your time. You need your time. He need his time. Your children need their time. People need a break from one another. You need to have your own things you're doing. Because that's how you lose out on friends and connections because you're like smothering your spouse. Let them. He needs a break. Your husband needs a break. You need a break. It's okay to have friends who are respectful. Now you can't have all type of friends when you're married. No, because some people just have no respect or no regard. Um, no, you got to have certain friends who respect your union, but you still should have a life outside of um you things you ain't gonna say a life things you like to do outside of your spouse, right? Things things you like to do outside of your spouse and outside of your children, especially if you're a single mom. You have to have time for you. You have to have your you time. You have to have your your boundaries. You have to have your time you spend alone. You're supposed to have time you spend alone anyways, because you're supposed to be spending time with God, right? God should be priority before your wife, before your husband, before your children. So you should be spending that time with him anyways. So even if it's not with friends, right? You should be spending that time with God. But go ahead on Amazon and purchase my book. I have two books that I published. One is How to Play the Cards You've Been Dealt. That's one on Amazon. And the next one is 10 Things I Wish I Knew Before I Said I Do, What No One Told Me About Marriage. So go on Amazon and purchase those books. Those books are very beneficial, especially that second one. 10 Things I Wish I Knew Before I Said I Do, What No One Told Me About Marriage. That'll help so many people because, there are a lot of people, getting married out of obligation, out of like just religion, you know, you being forced to do it and you're really not ready, right? Because if people were ready to get married, there wouldn't be so many divorces. Okay. There wouldn't be so many divorces and separations, right? I think the church building, not God's way. I think the church building, like going to, like the Westernized church, failed us in that area. I think they failed us then too. I'll say they failed us. I won't say we failed ourselves because sometimes we rely on church to tell us, but we're not doing it God's way. If we did it God's way, there wouldn't be so many divorces and separations. Okay. And you have to be equally yoked with people. That's on all levels. All levels. Okay. So go ahead and purchase those books. They're good reads. I'm sure you would benefit from those, especially that 10 things I wish I knew before I said I do. Um you'll get to know a little bit more about me and my upbringing and my mindset, just things that I've overcome and went through. You'll get to know a little bit more about me and my story. Oh, thank you so much, Kyle. Thank you for that. You'll get to know a little bit about me. I'm very transparent, and that book is not to bash anyone because I'm a person. I believe in marriage. I believe in God's ordained union in marriage, but that book is just to help, right? Oh, welcome, Beth Duncan. Welcome to the family. Um, and I have to remember, although I have all these subscribers, I have to remember that people are new, and I have to really come on and just kind of not really repeat myself, but let people know what I have to offer. It's nice out. I don't have any sleeves on. I came out here to get a tan. I wanted a tan. I love getting a little crisp. I like the darker. I don't have any problems with that. But yeah, go on Amazon. I have two books. I'm working on another one. Um, and I'm hoping that those books will benefit you. They're easy reads, but there is quality information in there. They're easy reads. There's not as many pages. Some people like to have quantity over quality, but those books are packed with information that you could apply, information that will help change your life, information that um let's see. Yeah. So yeah, I would love y'all to support the book. Yeah, support the book. And two, if you need help writing and publishing your own book, I self-publish my books. So if you need help writing and publishing your book, I can assist you with that too. Okay. I can assist you with that. I will have some services that I will provide if you're looking to self-publish your book. It's very easy. You need someone to help you hold your hand. I am that person. I'm actually meeting with someone tomorrow in the morning to assist them with completing their book because I self-published both of my books. My first book I ever published was in 2018. I did hire a coach to help me publish, but then once I hired her, I just learned my way. God just gave me um, the knowledge for me to come up with my own system to publish my books. So both of my books were self-published, and they're easy to do. You know, yep, it's easy to do. You just have to get to writing, right? You have to write, and you can't be afraid. And one thing I did was I created an outline first. I created an outline, and then I wrote from there. Yeah, I start writing, you know, from my outline that I created. Because my books are already in me. My books are already in me from what I've experienced in life, but I just have to get the information out of my head and articulate it and put it in written form because my experience is my experience. I've already experienced it. I just need to write it to where I can get it out of my head and make it sound, you know, proper and effective on paper. So, but yeah, you all, yeah, get on out in nature. Get out in nature. I'm getting ready to go. It is beautiful out. I'm just standing here, um, just looking at the water. Water is so healing. It's so peaceful. It is so peaceful. I'm watching my son too. He's on the other side of this lake. But yeah. Yeah, I would love you all to support the book. Check it out on Amazon. How to play the cards you've been dealt. And 10 things I wish I knew before I said I do. Appreciate you all for giving me those super chats. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Kyle Melvin and who else was that? Beth Duncan. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you for joining my channel too. I'm gonna try to come more often because I really have some books I'm trying to, get out there. So I'm gonna really be pushing my books. I try not to sell too much on my page and try not to sell like sound like I'm salesy, but that's part of it. You have to let people know you have a product. So I have to really, put myself out there. That's something that I have to get over, to be honest, to be transparent. Although I'm here on YouTube, I really didn't want to come on YouTube. I was called to YouTube. I really don't like to be in the lights in the forefront, right? I really don't like to be seen. I like to be behind the scene because when you're used to having and getting attention in a negative way, right? And God delivers you, you want to keep yourself low, right? It's almost like you're dimming your light, but it's just you want to stay humble. You want to stay low as possible. So I don't like to put myself out there. That's why I really never mention my books as much as I should, but I have to start doing it. I am instructed to do that. I don't want to do it, but I got to be obedient. I really got to be obedient. So yeah, thank you, Beth. I think I told you. And Kyle. Oh wow, thank you. But yeah, I got to put myself out there. But those books will bless you, and I got more books that I'm working on that I've written, but I just have to sit down and really focus and get them published. Because I wrote these in a time where I wrote these in a time where I was going through so much, like going through a lot. I mean, lot. I was going through a lot. So all the things I was going through, I was documenting, I was writing it down. I was, documenting and journaling my feelings and all of that. So, um, I was working out. So I really took all that energy and I transmuted it, right? I took all that negative energy, those feelings I was feeling, and I transmuted that energy into something good, which is books. I sat down and I wrote. I wrote a lot. Um, I used to wear finger waves back in the day. That's funny. And I know you're trying to be funny, but I used to love finger waves. That used to be my go-to hairstyle, even with my big old head, my big forehead. I used to love it. Yep, I used to love finger waves. Yep, they're coming back in style. I see they're back in style. But yeah, I appreciate you all. So go and purchase my book. I would love the support. I would love the support. And if you need assistance, you can email me. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Beth Duncan again. Thank you, dear. If you need assistance, you can always email me um, at the name here on the channel, gmail.com. And that's responsibility at gmail.com. Yep. And this channel is a personal development channel for women. I do have some men that's on the channel. It's not a man, bashing channel, but I do speak truth about relationships and just overcoming and a lot of spiritual things. So I do speak on things that are truthful, sometimes controversial. I don't like I don't like to be controversial, but I have to speak truth. That 10 things I wish I do book, that 10 things I wish I knew before I said I do, that book is very eye-opening for a lot of people because we don't look at a lot of things. Well, especially people who are like me. I'll just say people who resonate with me because everybody's not like this. You have people who know what they're looking for. They know who they are healed. Um, they know, the importance of marriage. They're not forced and pushed into it because of, religion and all these different things. So that book will help, I know, save so many people from just making, you know, um, quick decisions out of ignorance, decisions out of being forced, decisions out of. Can you all hear me? My son called. Can you let me know if you can hear me? Okay, yeah, because my son called. Um, whenever someone calls, my volume go out. So, but thank you all for tuning in. But yes, get those books. Get those books. Yeah, I think it'll help you all. Yep. I got two published books that I published. I think one last month, January. No, one last month. Yeah, one last month, February, and one in January. And I'm working on doing another one this month. So, um, oh, I read quite a few books. I read Marshawn Evans' book. I think it's called Bigger. Um, I never got finished reading Eric Thomas's book. You owe you. I'm halfway through that. And it's been a while. I have to start over because you know how you start reading books and then you put it down. But I read a lot of like spiritual books, like especially when I first books healed me. And I think it's ironic that God has me writing my own books and publishing my own books because I read a lot of spiritual books like this when I was still kind of immature. I didn't know, but I had to go through this avenue. I read a lot of like Joyce Myers. I know she's very controversial in the spiritual world. Joel Osteen, Bishop T.D. Jakes. Who else? I read all of Joyce Myers' books. Her books are very good. her books, I can resonate with her so much because um I read who else? Oh, it is. Of course, the Bible. But I have quite a few people's books who self-published. Um, mm, yeah, and I used to go. No, I some of those books. Oh, and you know who got some good books too? Dr. Miles Monroe. His book. Okay, I got two of them. What was the title of that book? I have two of them. One of them was called In Charge, and then another one I read of his, but he got some good books. He has. I read a lot of spiritual books. Yep, and it's been years ago. That one year that God was taking me through my healing, I was just reading, 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 reading. Some of the titles I remember, some I don't, but I did write them down because I knew I wouldn't remember every book. You know, you don't know every book you read. I listened to some audiobooks. I don't know if you all heard of Dre Baldwin. I read a lot of his books too. Um he's like this motivational coach online. His name is Dre Baldwin and he's a black guy. He helped me out a lot too. He helped me. I just like his positioning on things. He helped me out a lot. I read a lot of his books. I attended some of his coaching programs when I was first starting out. He helped me out. He helped me to process and change my thinking. Um, what else? Who else? Books I've read that really stood out and changed me. I'm trying to say, but I read a lot of spiritual books. I like reading people's stories, how they've overcome different things, how they overcame homelessness or how they, overcame different things. So I read those. I like reading those books, right? I like reading um those type of books, to help change your, perspective, to look at how people overcame, how they trusted God even when they were homeless, even when they were being abused. You can write whatever book you want. Yeah, you can write a book, whatever God put on your heart. Someone will read that book. Someone will support you. Your book doesn't have to be like anyone else's book, right? Your book doesn't have to be like anyone else's book. Your book don't have to, be the price of anyone else's book. I had to get over that too. Like you have the creativity and the freedom to do what you want to do when you're writing a book, right? You can write it to be shorter, you can write it to be longer. I was stuck on trying to get my book, you know, a certain amount of pages instead of writing a book that is just complete. I don't have to put fluff in the book because I want it to be longer. No, if what I'm talking about is complete, that's it for the book. If it's 70 pages, 60 pages, that is it. 100 pages, 200 pages, whatever the complete thought process is in writing the book is done. Some of the most powerful books were not the longer books. And nowadays, too, you don't want to write books that are too long because people attention span is just short now. People's attention span is not as long as it used to be. So, but for readers, yes, but you have to consider that too. But just write it. If you know you got a book and it's complete, you completed your thought, you completed your, your thought process in writing a book, the book is complete. Yeah, the book is complete. So I'm excited about my two books. I'm excited about the one that I'm working on now. Um, I just have to finish completing it. I just have to finish this one I have to write. The other one I'm gonna publish in April. That is already written. It's already written. I just need to get it edited. But this one I'm working on, I actually have to go write that. I already have my outline. I know what I have my thoughts on what I want to say and what the book is going to be about, but I just have to get the words out. Yeah. And it's very easy. If you don't want to write it, you can always speak your book, you know? You can speak it. You can get a what is it called? 'Cause I'm so country. Is it a dicaphone? Uh you can speak, and I've done that with quite a few of my books. You can speak it, speak your thoughts into the Microsoft Word or Google Docs. There's a way you can do that. Hold on. Hold on, you yeah. I'm sorry about that, you all. But I'm sorry about that, you all. But yeah, if you want to speak it as a dictaphone, yeah. If you want to speak it as a dictaphone, not a dictaphone, dictaphone. If you want to speak your book, you can do that. You just have to learn how to do it. You can look that up. You know, I'm giving y'all some free game, not gatekeeping. But if you want to do that, you can speak it. Write out your outline, speak it. There's so many ways you can do it. So many ways. So, but I'm excited about it. Hopefully I have that done pretty soon. And I do write my books. I write my books from my own knowledge, own experiences. So if you really want to write a book, you can email me. I will have a link pretty soon that I'm working on where you can do a consultation where I'll give you the information on what to do, give you the steps. I have built the system. I'll give you the system that I use to help write my books and publish my books. Right. And sometimes people can do things on their own. I have a gift in watching something once or twice and I could pick up on it. Um, some people some people need someone to hold their hand. When I first started, I hired a coach. I didn't know what to do. I hired a book coach and I'm still in contact with her now. Um, but her prices have gone up. Her prices has gone up a lot. So let me get in here. So yeah, her prices has gone up. Oh, because when I first when she helped me write my book, when she helped me, she was just starting out. I had just caught her in the beginning, in the inception of her business. And now she got so many clients, her prices, of course, the more of demand, the more in demand you are, the your prices go up because you don't have the time. So that's why I'm glad. And then God worked it out for a reason. Everything happened for a reason. He knew that I needed to get that first book out because that first book was like a baby. It was like I was carrying a baby for 12 months. No, for 13 months. That baby was overdue, past due. And I just felt like I had to get it out. It was more of like a testimonial book. You still can learn something from it, but it's not in print right now. I don't know if I'm gonna bring it back to print, but it's not in print right now. So yeah. What should I say? Did you get in the bites? A little bit, but not much. Little nibs. No. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. So I went through that. Oh, hold on. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me because I don't have my car paired. Okay, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. When I thought it paired with my car, it didn't pair. But yeah, what I was gonna really say. Oh yeah, my book coach, her prices she's up there now. Yeah, she's way up there in pricing because I referred a couple of people to her that did not go the route because they said they couldn't afford her. But you just go, you can always find someone else. Um, so I started too. I started being and assisting and consulting um people to help them publish their book. I published two books on my own, so I do have a blueprint, and I'm working on my third one. I do have a fourth and a fifth one. So I guess I have to put myself out there first so people can find and see that I'm credible and to see You didn't miss anything, Daniel. Just talking about being out in nature with God and talking about self-publishing books. That's it. So once I get my proof, because people like to see proof and they like to see that you're not trying to scam them and you have to build trust with people. So once I get a few books under my belt, I believe that I believe I'll be able to, assist people. But get me now, okay? Come in now while I'm in the inception, because once I, become once people once I become in demand and people start demanding me, of course the prices are going to go up. That's with anything, supply and demand. So you want to get people when they are in their the beginning of starting, because when they're in the beginning, you can get not only best service, you can get quality service for a low price, right? That's what I did with my coach. I paid $500 to book her as a coach, but then I paid an extra, I want to say it was 2,800 for her to and this she was just starting out. These were her prices starting out. My prices are not going to be, you know, I won't say that much, but it'll be affordable, but that was starting out and I knew she was worth it. She was worth it. Yep, she was worth it. She had already had quite a few books published and she's been helping other people, so it was worth it. I found value in it. She was very speaking on help with writing a book. If you need help, if you need to consult, if you're looking to self-publish your own book, I can help you with that. But so she gave me a discount after I paid her the $500 just to coach me and hold my hand, which I needed it because sometimes it seems easy, but you don't know what you don't know, right? Because I'm like, I was a graduate student. I'm like, I should know how to write a book. But no, if you don't know what you don't know, you need somebody to help you. And I didn't mind investing in myself, because I knew by investing in myself, I could learn from her and take that knowledge. And then I would be able to help others, just like I'm doing now. Although that was in 2018, what is this, 2026? How many years is that? How many years is that, son? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. What? Almost 9 years. What? When I wrote my book. So that was like 8 years ago. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think it's probably your phone. Yep. Hey, the lady. Yeah, you can email me. But but I'm looking to get those packages together. And starting out, you got to get me with them while I'm in the beginning, because I know for a fact once I get more projects out and I start, marketing myself, I know that my prices are going to go up, because you only have so much time in a day. And, writing a book and helping someone with their book is a lot, because you have to be on the phone. You have to, you know, help them with designing the cover. They may not know what they're really looking for, it is a lot. It's a lot. So, but I'm happy when once I get everything set up and running, especially with my different packages. Um, I know people are going to really start using my services. I know they are. So I just have to get my projects out there first to show you all proof that I published my own books. And then if you need that help, I'll be able to hold your hand. Like I said, I'm meeting with someone tomorrow at 10 at the library to help them. And then once I see how that goes, I know it's going to be up from there. But I have to go, you all. You all be blessed. And are you hungry? You think you're going out to eat? You can get something from the house. Yeah, you think yeah, we got something at the house. Hmm. I get trolls on here, so you know, I don't be paying attention, so I don't read too much into it. But you all be blessed. I gotta go. I'm sorry. I was talking about various things. Just go back and watch the replay. I gotta go take my son home. Be blessed.